Hello, everybody. My name is still loading, but that's not the point today. Welcome back to a tutorial video. Let's go. I am joined here by tickytac, the #1 walk mode
Hello.
speedrunner for Golden, with a time of 5:14. He still hasn't posted it.
I should do that.
And me, who's second place with a 5:19, but that's besides the point. So today we're gonna be doing a tutorial on how to do every single skip, clip, shred, anything in Golden that could save you time for any category. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Anything you want to say?
No, that's pretty much it.
Alright, well, let's get right into Golden Trophy then. Before we get started with the skips and stuff, you must know how to clip through walls. So I will leave tutorial videos in the description if you want to learn how to do that, because it is recommended. Actually, it's not recommended, it's required for performing any of these skips in this video. So make sure you learn how to do those and do these skips. Alright, starting off with Act 1. We got a few skips, not a lot, because Act 1 is usually fast without any skips, but if you're doing like Alpha Omegas or Omegas, there's a few tricks you can use. Or if you're just really good at aiming and stuff, then I would recommend trying these. So starting off, right here, we have the beginning right over there, and then as you head down this way, right by these barrels, you can actually clip through this wall right here, and where tickytac is standing. That's where you should be landing. I don't know why he's hiding. So, right at this wall, over here, you should be able to just clip through here, but be careful because this will block your path if you do mess up. So, you want to try and clip out of the wall, jump around the table. So, it's pretty simple.
Alright, so for this one is usually useful in usually in like squad runs when, you know, it's like really crowded. So basically, you just clip through this wall, and you're gonna go back in bounds over where the door is, and you just clip through, and you end up over here.
Alright, welcome to Act 2. So Act 2 is similar to Act 1 in terms of skips. There's not many that you can do, but there's still some, and we can still show them. It's gonna be basically the same difficulty as Act 1 skips because it's just corner clipping, and with corner clips, you just clip out of the wall and jump. So, let's just get right to it. Shall we? Yeah. Alright, first skip. This is a tiny skip. Probably could save you about a half second. Probably not even a half second, probably a little less. But it still saves you time. Because if you're doing like Alpha Omega squads or stuff like that, this skip probably be useful. So, it's a curtain skip. Basically, all you have to do is just clip out of the curtain, or you can literally just glitch walk right out of it, and it's pretty easy to do. This skip is probably like a 1 out of 10 in terms of difficulty, because all you have to do is just glitch walk through it. So, I would recommend doing this in like runs where you're trying to get ahead of anybody, or just trying to move fast or anything like that.
Alright, so this one, all you gotta do, you just clip through this corner, this wall right here, and you come out the other side. Make sure that you don't do too close to the stone pillar. If you do, you won't clip through, so usually you want to go kind of like to the left of it, and yeah. So the skip skips a lot of the beginning enemies, and it also skips that boulder over there, so you don't have to hit the boulder and shoot guys down there. So basically all you gotta do is just clip through this wall, and when you clip through the wall, make sure you stay like towards the beginning. Usually you don't want to like go past the middle of this fence. Usually if you go past like around this point right here, then it'll spawn the guys down there, which you do not want. So basically all you gotta do is just clip through. Alright, so you want to make sure that when you clip down and you fall down, you want to stay, you don't want to go under the scaffolding. I don't know if you can see the scaffolding here, but basically you want to not step under here. Like if I'm standing right here, like right above me is the scaffolding, so you kind of want to stay, like try to stick to the wall right here, because if you go past that point, it's going to spawn a bunch of flyers here, which will lose you time. So in this part, you're going to do another corner cut through here, and you're gonna come out like around here. And you want to make sure that you don't come back into the level until you get past it around maybe here. Because again, if you clip back in too early, it's gonna spawn a flyer. So I'm gonna show you. Basically, you just do that. And I came back in like around here, and I wouldn't have spawned flyers.
Now, of course, the skip that tickytac just showed you, it is pretty challenging at first to learn. So if you're too scared of performing it in a run and too scared to lose good time, then I would recommend trying to do the normal routing, where basically you run down this hill, take out all six of the AIs that usually spawn here, and you can either clip in 3 spots. One being right by the left pillar, the second one being right by this barrel right over here. This one is the easiest to do, so if you are still new to clipping and stuff, I would recommend trying to do it here. Or you can just run straight into this wall and just clip straight through it. I demonstrated this in my wall clipping video. If you haven't seen that, link in the description. It will also teach you how to clip through walls, so watch it. All right. So first off, we have this one right here, right by the pillar. All you have to do is just clip through the wall, and this one is most challenging out of all of them because sometimes it's a little tricky to see where you're trying to land, and sometimes it'll probably like take you around and put you where the barrel is. It's happened to me a couple times. It's pretty rare sight to see. So you're gonna just clip through this wall and just walk straight forward, and you should end up right by the ending. Alright, so now, if everything went right, you should fall around here. But if you start to notice where you should run to, or like where the spots are to jump to when you do that skip, you'll probably start landing like in weird places, probably like back here, or sometimes you can land right here. One time I actually landed all the way back here, and it was weird. So that skip's pretty useful if you want to try and fall in like random spots and try to find like a spot you feel more comfortable falling.
Okay, so this skip is probably the easiest one in the entire game, in my opinion. You see people in public lobbies doing these. So basically, all you gotta do is you basically get into this corner right here, like get in this little cubby area behind the barrel, and all you gotta do really is just lean through the wall. And if you lean through the wall, it basically just sucks you right in. A big misconception is that you have to do like a spin glitch walk. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is just lean through, push forward, and you fall to the end.
Alright, so lastly we have this wall. And so if you get really good at clipping through walls, then this would probably be a good one. These are usually seen if you're doing like playing with more than one person or stuff like that. Sometimes Alpha Omegas. I've done it in my Alpha Omegas runs. So the way you perform this skip right here is similar to the one over by the pillar. All you have to do is just clip out using any clipping strat, and what makes this really easy is you can literally just clip out and fall, and no matter what, you're gonna just fall straight down to the ending. So just clip out, and you should land probably by the ending or near it. Also, we have another skip. This is this kind of bonus skip. Usually you just use this skip to like just get to the end a little faster, or if you're just in the wrong spot and everyone's handling the guys. This skip is probably seen in Alpha Omegas. I've seen Twix do it a few times in an Alpha Omega with me. And what you basically do is after you come down this ramp right over there by the curtain, where the boulder usually is, if you come around the corner right over here, there's usually a few guys that spawn there, you can actually clip through this wall over here. If you clip through and jump, you'll actually jump straight to the end. So like I said, the skip is usually just seen in Alpha Omegas and stuff. I'll show a demonstration up here if you guys want to see that. So you just clip through this wall, jump, and you should just actually jump onto the secondary ramp that's usually right after this.
So this one's pretty simple. All you gotta do is you just jump across and over to this other one. Usually glitch walking while doing it makes it easier. So this one basically just speeds it up a little, makes it so you don't have to walk all the way around. Makes it so you can just, jump across. Saves a little bit of time, but the little time adds up.
So for this skip right here, this skip is another corner cut skip and similar to like all the other corner cuts like in Act 2. But this one is a little more challenging since this wall over here is basically, it's got like 2 layers, so it makes it a little more challenging just to walk through like the other ones. So this one you basically have to perform 2 clips, or sometimes you get lucky and just clip through, I think. I don't know if that's true or not. So this one, so firstly, you want to just climb up on this little wall over here, and you can do it probably like at the very corner right here, or if you want, if you're good enough, you can do it right over here. You're going to clip out of bounds, and you're going to jump over to the wall and try to like cut the corner, but as you're out of bounds, you're going to have to try and glitch walk or just clip right back into bounds as you do it. Alright, and that's the corner cut skip.
Okay, so this one might seem a little odd at first, but basically what this does is it skips the 4 green goblins that spawn on the left side. So basically, what you want to do is you want to stand on top of this book, and then you want to jump, and then go into this corner. And there's something weird about this corner. Basically, if you go into it, like if you look into it and hold forward, you get stuck. And then what you want to do, after holding forward into it for a little bit, you want to pull outwards. You want to go backwards on your joystick, and then you want to hit jump. So then, it kind of looks like that. So basically, you just want to, after you jump, you want to go back in. You can just keep doing that until you get to the top. So usually that skip is kind of difficult at first, but you can kind of get it down with some practice. My advice is to be patient on that skip. Usually you don't want to try to keep going back and forth and be really fast. Usually if you go nice and slow and steady, it works better for you. So, and then after you get on top of the lockers, right as you get maybe like right here or so, you want to jump, and you want to jump kind of like as far as you can. This is so you can jump over the trigger zone, because the trigger zone to spawn the goblins is right over here. So basically, all you're doing is just jumping over it, and yeah.
Alright, for the next skips on Act 5, so these are rarely seen in any runs because they are pretty unreliable. I've done them in my first few runs, but I stopped doing it because it would be just much faster just to go around, and it's a little bit trickier since you could fall most of the time. So basically, you're doing just normal corner cuts. These save about half a second if you are moving pretty fast. So all you have to do for these is you just go anywhere on the wall, but I recommend getting closer, or if you feel like you can make it from a longer distance, do a longer distance. You just clip through the wall, and you just peer out the other side. And I failed that skip 3 times, so so it's not really that good. And this is not the only spot you can do it in. You could do it also at this area. You could do it over here. You could basically perform this skip in any corner of this room.
Alright, so this skip is kind of optional-ish. If you did the one where you jump on top of the lockers and then jump over, if you did that skip, then you don't have to do this. But this is sort of like an alternate skip. Basically, what you want to do is you want to shoot through the wall to the other side, and it will trigger the goblins on the other side of the map to come over to you. So basically, alright, so you want to stick your bow through the wall and basically just shoot. As long as your bow is inside the wall, then it's fine. Your hand doesn't have to be inside the wall. But yeah, what you want to do is you want to shoot in kind of like an upward to the left motion, kind of like that. And usually what this does is it lets you trigger all the goblins. Sometimes you'll have goblins spawn kind of like further to the back of the hallway, so you just want to like arc upwards to the left to kind of try and hit those guys. Over time, you kind of get a feel for where you're supposed to shoot, and it can take a little bit of practice. Sometimes you got to shoot a little bit higher, sometimes a bit lower. But yeah. This camera clip usually isn't useful that much, but it's kind of just a little bit of fun. You can camera clip through here, or not camera clip, you could just do any clip. But you can clip through here and get to the exit, Yeah.
Alright, so right as you enter Act 6, if you go straight to the right and you find the sword and shield, you can actually clip through this wall, and there's a platform you can stand on. And this is pretty useful if you're doing like with multiple people, because it does save a little bit of time if you are up here and just want to get to the exit a little faster. So what you're going to do is you're just going to normal clip out of here. You don't have to jump or anything. You can just normal clip out of bounds. And if done correctly, you should end up like over here on this little platform. As you can see, there's just a small platform right over there. That's where you're going to jump to get to the exit. So all you have to do now is, right when you're on this platform, all you have to do is just run and clip back in.
So this is Act 7. Act 7, I really like Act 7 because it's pretty much like a walk mode playground. There's so many skips you can do, and there's so many cool little things that aren't really like anywhere else in the game. So yeah, we're gonna go over this one. So basically, all you gotta do is you go into this wall, and you do a clip, and you have to jump around this entire barrier. It can be kind of difficult. Usually what I do is I clip out, and then I kind of glitch walk like to the left. Like I kind of do that, and usually it helps me clear the barricade.
Okay, so once you enter this room, over by this little exit area where you'd be moving on to the next part, there's an actual little corner clip you can perform here. All you have to do is probably like go ahead of this torch right here, and you can just clip through like that.
Alright, so this skip is, in my opinion, probably the most complex skip. So basically, first, you jump on this corner of this table right here. Next, you jump around the wall and onto these crates. And next, you want to walk right onto this wall. You don't have to do an extra jump. If you just walk onto it, it'll just put you right on top. Next, what you want to do is you want to crouch down, like kind of as far as you can, pretty much, and then jump on top of this barrel. Then you want to like kind of go right next to this wall and have your back facing the wall. And then basically you want to like stand up and lean like backwards, like it's pretty much really, you want to do it like really fast. And then you jump and go, basically you go out of bounds around, and you go on top of this little scaffolding thing here. So after you get on top of here, next you want to jump on top of this curtain, and there's actually a little like ramp there. So after that, you want to jump on top of this curtain, and jump again. You want to make sure that you jump like again on top onto the end, because there's a bit of like a ramp here for some reason. Not sure why. And then on this wall here, jumping on this wall is kind of difficult. But basically what you want to do is you want to strafe inwards into the wall. Like it's, I don't know. Basically you just jump across it, and you can't really walk on it. If you try to stand on it, you'll just fall right through. So you kind of have to jump as soon as you touch the wall. So on this wall, you want to do two jumps. The first jump, you want to jump towards the middle, like right there. And then second jump should be more towards the corner, like right there. And then after you do the second jump, you want to kind of glitch walk a little bit, so that way you can land in that last room right there. So, alright. So usually those jumps are pretty hard to do. I don't get it consistently all the time. It just takes a bunch of practice. Try doing it over and over. See what works for you. And yeah.
Alright, now we've come to one of the hardest walk mode skips that I have ever seen, and probably anybody has ever done. This skip usually is recommended if you know how to do it perfectly. Also, if you're using message clip and super jumps or glitch jump, basically if you open up your watch and you go to your menu, if you click messages and you jump at the right time, it'll basically make you jump slightly higher than what you're normally supposed to do. So that's usually what's recommended to perform this skip. You can do it with camera clip, but it's a lot harder. The only reason this skip is really hard is because it's one of the biggest jumps you can make. I have made it probably a good amount of times, but I'm not consistent at it whatsoever. Even though I've done it 7 times in a row, but I'm still not consistent at it. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna come up this little wall that's in this back cove area. Usually there's 3 pots over here. It's kind of hard to miss. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna basically run up to this wall, and right as you're up against this wall, you're gonna click messages. You're gonna jump and you're gonna glitch walk as fast as you possibly can. In that way, if you do it correctly, you should end up right at the end. This skip right here is probably like 2 or 3 seconds faster than the one tickytac demonstrated. That one is actually allowed in speedruns, but this one is not if you use message clip. If you use any other clipping strat, it is allowed. But it's very freaking hard.
Okay, so this skip is basically, if you don't do any of the other Act 7 skips, this one is kind of an alternate one. It allows you to get on top of this pipe right here. All you gotta do is you clip through this wall. You can't see it because you're out of bounds, but there's a wall right here. You clip through it, and you want to turn to the right and clamber on top of this pipe. So you jump as soon as you clip out, and then you just turn to the right and you clamber onto this pipe.
Similar to what tickytac just demonstrated, you can also do it on the opposite side, which is usually in this little room area right here. You know this room, I think. But basically, if you clip out of this wall and try to clamber onto the beam again, usually these would be done if you're performing alpha omegas. I haven't seen anyone do it in a regular omega yet. I don't think anybody has yet. But basically in alpha omegas, you would clip through here to jump on the beam. It's usually to skip all the guys that would be gathered up over on this area. So basically what you do is you just clip out of here and then jump onto the beam and clamber onto it, basically like the other one.
Okay, so this skip is for right after you kill the barrel right here. You clip through this wall and you gotta jump into the hallway right next to this. So it's kind of a long jump, so you wanna glitch walk a little hard, and you should land in this other hallway.
Alright, and lastly for Act 7, we have this little corner over here. So right when you get to the end, the platform should be around here. If you take a left and go straight to the corner right at the end, right over here, you can actually clip through this wall to jump back into the little maze area. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to show you right now. So right over here, you can jump over there, and usually you would see this in alpha omegas if you're trying to get to the beginning as fast as possible. This is a little fun skip as well if you just want to show off like just normal clip stuff. But usually I would recommend doing this in alpha omegas. This is a pretty useful skip that basically takes you back to the beginning really fast. Alright, for Act 8, we do have at least one clip that you can do throughout this act. It's mainly when the elite barrels spawn that you would probably use this. This is usually just to get to the other barrel as fast as possible. It's just a normal corner clip. So you're gonna basically just clip through this wall right here and come back into bounds on the other side, which it's just a pretty simple corner clip. It is a little challenging because the wall is slightly thicker, but it's not too bad.
You got world record.
Ready to stop.
We beat the world record. We got an hour and 1 minute. Let's go. Alright, thank you all for watching the tutorial video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it helps you guys out in your speed runs now. And I hope we gave good explanations on how to perform all the clips and stuff. I know it was a slightly long video, but at least you know how to do all the skips in Golden Trophy. I think it's all of them. There might be more. Let me know down in the comments if there's more. And send me clips if you find your own skips. But I hope you guys found this video very helpful. And I hope you guys like the video, subscribe and stuff. Check out tickytac's channel. He's a very good speedrunner. Not only on walk mode, he is freaking destroying teleport mode as well. Well, 446 time, holy crap. Alright, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.